Welcome back to Prettiest Podcast, to another episode coming to you. Honey, we got some hot tea today.
We got some real hot tea today, y'all. And we know Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yes.
So, for the single ladies now, or the ladies that are in a relationship, this episode is definitely going to be about loving your girls and girl code.
Yes.
Really,
we got to talk about it.
And I think it's just a discussion that we have, that people have, but don't stick up to.
Don't live up to. Don't stand on business.
They don't be standing on business. So, as we are talking, what is something that you feel like is girl code? What is your top thing?
Well, if we're talking about girl code, I feel like my top thing is loyalty, period, point blank. So I feel like, it could be an example of girl code being like, don't be friends with nobody who I'm not cool with, because at the end of the day,
you can't be cool with my ops.
You can't be playing both sides of the fence.
You really can't. And
pick a side.
It's pick a side. You know what I'm saying? And stand on business. And I know people probably be feeling like, oh, that's like high school. I just feel like you can cordial, or if we out in public, but I definitely feel like being cool with them and hanging out with them, going out with them.
No,
that's an absolute no. That's an absolute no.
Especially if there was a real life disagreement.
Yeah, and if there was a real life disagreement, that person.
And it couldn't be somebody who you just pass here and there. I'm talking your close friends. If you're my close friend, I don't want you being friends with someone that I've told you I have a problem with.
That's tea. That's tea.
So where your loyalty stand?
Yeah, it's pick a side. Pick a side.
So what's a girl code you go drop for the ladies tonight?
So this one for me is definitely no dating the ex.
No
dating the ex. No being my ex. None of it. Honestly, and I'm very territorial. So and even for me, I just feel like you shouldn't want anything that your friend has had.
High key.
You shouldn't want anything that your friend has had or touched on or nothing.
Nothing.
I'm so sorry. I don't care if it was years ago. I have people that I was cool with and we are not cool with to this day, and I still will not talk to somebody that talked to them just because it's just weird.
It's just weird. And I just feel so many people in the world.
It's weird. It's out of a billion people in the world.
Out of a billion people.
Don't do that. So that's definitely one.
Because it gives if you were to mess with him afterwards, that means you would have messed. You was that's looking weird. In
high key. That's weird.
While we was together, you know what I'm saying, at a point in time, he was my man. So no.
Yeah, absolutely not. So
and if that happens, no.
Bitch, you were never my friend.
You were never my friend, and we can't be friends again.
Yeah. So what's another one for you?
Okay, another girl code will be, I feel keeping secrets. If I really confide in you as a friend and I tell you something that obviously I don't want the world to know, obviously, don't go telling other people. And I'm not just saying you know what I'm saying, I'm saying other people as far as
the world.
People is going to be talking.
Well, the world, period. Well, the thing is I'm personally the type, if we was really, really, really fucking close, not even really close, because honestly, I'm only friends with people that I'm really close with. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just feel that's not, I don't feel like you should discuss what happened, you should be discussing that person.
I don't think you should.
But I've never been like that. I don't feel like you should discuss
because to
what
me that's messy. To me that's very messy.
Yeah,
and I don't want a friend that every time I tell you something, I feel
it's not nobody else's business.
It goes, you know what I'm saying? It's one quote, it was be careful who you vent to, because those vents leads to other rooms.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you ever be seeing where people be saying, they be like, oh, I be telling lies, and then when the lies come back to me, I know who said it. I know exactly who said it. Sometimes you do be having to test people.
But I feel if you got to do all of that, then that person should be in your circle.
And the thing is, let me tell you, energy don't lie.
Energy never lies.
Do not lie, you guys. So if you ever get a weird feeling, 9 times out of 10,
you're right.
Because when something is genuine, you're not gonna feel like that. Like you're not gonna question it because you know it's genuine.
Exactly.
Like I feel like even when your real friend is checking you on some shit or like just telling you about yourself or something, I feel like you really don't even get mad because you know it's coming from a place of love. But like if it was somebody that you like, bitch, are you being funny? Like you gonna feel like
you're gonna feel different.
Yeah, and I don't really believe in like. You know how people be like, oh, friends be falling out, they be having arguments and stuff like. I mean, which I've done that with some of my friends. I ain't gonna lie, I've done that.
No, high key, I feel like with friends.
I've done that, but I don't like arguing with my friends.
No, I don't feel like confrontation is like a safe place for friends. I feel like if you have to be confrontational with someone, like that's not your friend. That's not your friend.
I feel like once you lay your hands on somebody, like if we ever get come close to that,
it's like okay, like we was never friends. We were never friends, and it's given like it obviously brings out triggers, and it's toxic. It's toxic because some friendships can be toxic.
Yeah, some friendships can be toxic. Some friendships, and it's weird because sometimes it do feel like you with like your partner. You know what I'm saying?
You be going through relationship problems. Like you're not even giving me nothing to please me back. What's going on?
So another one for me is definitely like the secret competition.
Oh,
clock it, because I feel like the secret competition is definitely one of those things where it's like, why are you in competition with your friend?
Why?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Why? Like the girls that do that, it's very weird.
It's weird, and I feel like that gives a little bit of insecurities because I feel like you can come to a friend and be like, okay, this is not competition. This is we doing this as far as like not competition,
it should never
but support.
Feel like competition. Though. You know what I'm trying to say? If that's your friend, it should never feel like competition.
It shouldn't.
When I win or I see it's my friend is like doing their thing, like it should be like, sorry y'all, girl, it should be like, like no. She's doing her thing, but like I'm also doing my thing, and I feel like God really look at that. Like if I see somebody in my corner getting blessed, I just know I'm
next.
I'm next. Yes, we all about to get blessed. So
exactly, especially like what you saying that because one thing about God, He blesses those that. How can I say it? Like. For one, He blesses those who always are true to themselves.
Yes, that's
like when you walk in your purpose, your purpose, yes. Not this person, not that person, but when you walk in your purpose, it's blessed.
It's blessed.
That's your purpose.
That's your purpose.
So I feel like with the competition, is one of those things was like you can't compete where you don't compare.
Girl, you literally took the words out of my mouth.
You said this earlier because you can't compete where you don't compare.
Like, and it's
literally that
like,
simple. It's literally
very, very simple. It's very, very simple.
It's so girl code definitely. I feel that
that's a big thing. Like secret competition is crazy, and those are the people you really do be having to watch out for.
You do. Because you don't know what's genuine
or what's not.
So, you don't know who's trying to crumbs and off your cookie or what I'm saying. Like it just
you
gives.
Never know.
I can't trust you.
Yeah, it was weird. High key. So what's another one for you?
I feel like that leads, because that's a big one.
That honestly is a really big one.
That's a big one. That's the heavy one. I feel like another girl code will be, because it's a lot of them. So
there's like a lot.
I'm trying to see which one I'm going to really throw
the main
out
one.
there.
Yeah.
But I feel like girl code can be maybe talking to, because like people say like, oh, I would never date your ex, but I feel like girl code can also be like, don't talk to my man behind my back, as far as like actually like having a full-blown conversation. Not okay, let me reword this, not like having a conversation behind my back, like if we're in a party or in a home, but I'm saying like talking on the phone, texting.
Let me tell you.
Don't text your friend's man. Don't call your friend's man. This is off limits.
That's weird.
It's off limits. Like if you need something from my man in any way, shape, or form, you come through me.
As you should.
And I feel like that's girl code.
I high key feel like that's girl code too. Like honestly, this happened to me before, and it's very, very, very. I mean, when it happened, I do feel like the first time it happened, I definitely was like,
oh, it happened more than once.
Oh yeah, like because it happened more than once. Yeah, it did. And the first time it happened, I was just like, let me tell this person, because sometimes I do feel like give people grace. Like I'm gonna very much give a person grace. So the first time it happened, I was like, okay, like maybe this person doesn't think it's any harm or means anything. Right. So it was a conversation, because I'm the type of person, I feel like if we're friends, we should be able to have conversations. Yeah. So it was a conversation. Hey, I was uncomfortable with this. Don't do it no more. Right. The second time it happened, I had to cut you off. I had to cut you off. And I had to cut you off, and because
it shouldn't have been a second time.
It really shouldn't have been a second time. And honestly, what I feel like I've learned from that is like, it's crazy how God will show you something like a first time, and then you be like, oh, like let me see.
Give benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, let me give benefit of the doubt. And then when you do, it come back full circle as to why you should not have.
In that order. In that order.
High key.
Like, oh, you thought that, and I already showed you. Let me show you again. And then the tricky and like real life just disadvantage of that route is that it gets worse.
Yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse.
It really gets worse. Like, you see it, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna forgive them, or I'm gonna let it slide,
exactly.
And it keeps happening and happening,
and it keeps happening and happening.
You're just in this cycle.
Yes, and the cycle must end.
It has to.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. But with the side of all the girl code, you guys,
that we have to clock it.
And all the things that we just feel like as a true friend, or just really building like womanhood, girlhood.
Yeah.
I feel like the opposite side of that is the power of female friendship.
Absolutely.
Is really such a beautiful thing.
It is.
It's really something that is like, I seen this girl on Instagram yesterday, and she was like, we literally don't talk enough about how good it feels or how good it is to have a real friend.
Yes.
Like, we don't talk about
like a real
genuine friend. Like, it's like that people, what she said, to know that you have friends that pray for you. Yes. You have friends that are there for you. Yes. Like, people really don't like speak on that. It's so fulfilling, but it's so sad because a lot of us do not have that.
We do not.
Or, and I feel and it's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. And I feel like when some people get it, they kind of take advantage of it, or they take it for granted, or they think it's not true because they've never experienced it, because all the people in their past have messed
and I feel like I've experienced that in friendships and relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like I've experienced that in both. But yeah, she would just say, it's really, I feel like just having that support system, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a beautiful thing, because it's like,
it is.
Sometimes it's good to have your family, and it's good to have like, like your relatives, but it's also good to be able to like have like a diary, or have somebody that's like, you know what I'm saying, like that you can kind of confide in, that's in your same age or whatever it may be, like just having that.
And it's no drama. Y'all can really build together, laugh together. It's just a full dynamic. And there is some sayings where it's like, oh, you have to have that friend for this, you have your friend for that. But I feel like you can have a friend that's
you're literally my friend that's all of the above. Like, high key, you really are. Like, all of the above.
Like, get y'all a friend.
No, high key, this
is my man. Get y'all a genuine friend.
This is my man, y'all.
My platonic wife.
Literally, clock it. Because,
and it's very empowering. It really is. Like, when two people come together and just like have a vision, have a support, have like real life love for each other, just on like I'm gonna look out for you, you look out for me. It's like top tier. It's very much top tier.
I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember, because I don't know if you remember, I told you, I was like, I was sitting here praying for a man, and God sent me a friend. And literally, that's high key how I feel. Like, I feel like sometimes we be praying for like a partner, and we're thinking like, oh, it's gonna be this man that comes into my life, this man that does that, but then it's like, no, he might not. Like, you might have wanted that type of relationship, but God says you needed a friend.
You needed a friend.
Like, you need somebody that's gonna be here with you through it all, like ups and downs, highs and lows, like literally, like. And I was like, yeah, God, You knew what you was doing,
always. He always do
every time.
Every time. On time. On his time, but on time.
On time every time.
Okay, well, I feel like I want to do the prettiest pick game because we got some picks to pick.
We got some picks, y'all. Okay.
So this one is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a versus. So we're going to do a versus challenge on prettiest pick. We're going to pick one. So the first versus is going to be about men. So this is going to be what type of man that you prefer.
Yeah.
So the first one, lover boy versus nonchalant.
Baby, I need me a lover boy. Let me tell you why. Because I'm a lover girl. Like, and I can't do a man that just act like he don't care. Or like really just, it's just because when you do that, I will start to fall back. Yeah. Like, well, I reciprocate energy. Well, and I'm big on like reciprocation of energy. So for me, like, when you're not giving that, I'm thinking you don't want me or like I'm not supposed to be here. So I fall back. So like
gotta fall back.
That's my thing.
Gotta fall back.
So are you lover boy or nonchalant?
I think I'm going to have to say lover boy because I'm the same way. Because if I don't feel like that affection, then I'm just going to think it's not there.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And I feel like
most people though. I mean, or most women, not all women, because not all women, but I feel like there's most women.
Because I'm not gonna like chase you, and I feel like I would have to chase you for you to even just give an inch.
I agree. No. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is: would you want someone that's chilled or versus outgoing?
That's a good one. I would rather have someone that's. I say chill.
Really? Okay. I
say chill because I'm a chill person. I mean, I feel like opposites do attract. So like, maybe outgoing, but I think like I'm a real chill person. I just like to chill. Okay. And I feel like outgoing
I can
all
see
the
that
time,
though. It's too much.
I would prefer a mix, but if I just have to choose, I say chill.
Okay, so for me, that's actually really hard. Like I would prefer mix, like you said. Like I high-key would prefer mix, but really, I'm kind of gonna lean towards outgoing.
I can see that.
Just because, like, I've dated a chill guy, and it's just like it can get boring sometimes. Yeah, I feel like a lot of men I date are kind of like chill, like not chill, but like I like a mix. Like I want a little bit of spontaneous. I want a little bit of fun. I want us to laugh and have fun. Like I want us to be able to go out and you know what I'm saying, and have a good time.
Have a good time.
You know, but I like chill too. But I think I'm leaning more towards outgoing. So you know,
absolutely. Okay, so the next one is going to be mama's boy versus a guy's guy. So a guy is like a man that hang around his homeboys all the time. So which one? Mama's boy?
Are you gay? No shade. Oh.
So I guess I know. I guess I know which one that is.
Yeah, it's high key given. Oh dang! Well, that's actually hard because I don't really know if I want a mama's boy, and I don't want a guy's guy.
A guy's guy gives a little bit too much. Like,
but see, mama's boy sometimes
it depends.
Can be like really overbearing because sometimes mama's boys really be like letting their mama really dictate their relationship, where it gets to the points where like she's in your relationship doesn't work because of it. Like because of it. Yeah. So that's actually hard.
That is hard.
But if it's between the two. That is so hard because I feel like mama's boy can really cause problems. Yeah, high key. But then I feel like guys, like you don't never want to be around me. So like, who's your partner, me or them? Yeah, I think I'm about to go with mama's boy. Yeah, and I really don't like that, but I think just between the two options, I'm gonna have to go with mama's boy because
I feel like the guys situation
it leaves too much room for like too many things.
I don't know what you be doing for real.
It leaves too many things.
I feel like you can more prone work on a mama's boy.
That is true.
Than a guy's guy.
And they do say how they treat their mama is a good sign of how they'll treat you. So that is one thing we will say. Okay, so overprotective versus clingy.
Overprotective versus clingy. Clingy.
Okay. I
like
that.
clingy. I don't like overprotective. Is like
I think it's borderline like control. Well, I don't know if overprotective is controlling. That's really not the word I was looking for. Overprotective kind of like it's just like overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Overbearing, like if anything. So I would choose a clingy man too. Yeah. Babe, you want to go with me? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to cry at home while I'm out with my friends. Yeah. And we just gonna have to beef about it later.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So we got couple more for y'all. Okay, so family oriented versus antisocial. Which one?
Definitely family oriented. Like I have to be with somebody that can like go and chat with my family. Yes. Like if we're having like a family gathering, like I have to like really just have a man like that. Because honestly, I've like I said, I've talked to a person where it's not like that. Mm-hmm. But it's also like I don't like it because it's like I didn't just don't be not talking to my family because I got a loud family. Yeah, my family is very loud, very ratchet, very much, but very loving, very caring, very much will be there for you. Yeah. So like for me, it's like you have to want to be a part of my family, and I would want to be a part of your family too. Like when I go, I want to meet your mom, I want to talk to your sister, I want to be cool with them. You know, hopefully not fake, but you know,
love that.
Yeah, definitely. What would you choose?
Family oriented. I don't like antisocial. Like I like a chill guy, but whenever you're antisocial, and I have a family, of course, so you got to
you have to be. You have to be. You have to be. High key. You have to be.
I feel like we clocked that 10 this episode.
Prettiest Pick Versus.
Prettiest Pick Versus, y'all. So, like we said, the main thing that we wanted to just get off our chest is that, you know, when it comes to friendship, they can be very empowering. It can be very much like a movement because when two people or more come together, baby, that's a movement. Yeah. And you can really have like a group of friends or a friend that y'all can really come together and then support each other emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. Like working out physically is what I mean. But but really just being there for each other, building each other,
really just building that community. And I just feel like I said earlier, like it's really a blessing to be able to have that and have just a safe space to go, especially in the world nowadays when you really just don't have a lot of that.
You don't.
So like this is another thing too, because we meet people, you know, in real life, but like we also meet people online. So
that's a good one.
Yeah. So like how do you feel about like meeting, like having online friendships or like friendships in real life?
I feel like internet relationship versus real relationships are different.
I feel like they're different.
They're still different because you can honestly nowadays you can be chatting with somebody online and in real life they probably don't even like you, or in real life you see each other, there's no communication.
And it's not,
You can be anybody you want to be on the internet, and that's scary because you can be friends or like someone because they're posting certain things.
I feel like it's easier to like. I feel like it's easier for people to kind of build friendships online just because you don't know you know what I'm saying, you only like have highlights of their lives,
highlights.
So you are only seeing the side of them that shows up or decides to show up on the internet. So it's kind of like, but I do feel like I ain't gonna lie, it's some girls out there online that I'm cool with. I've never seen a day in my life. Matter of fact, when I freaking first started selling clothes long time ago, literally it was girls like from Ohio reposting my stuff. I'm like, girl, clock that T. You know what I'm saying? I never met her. I had never met her a day in my life, but we would just always just chat, you know, via DM or whatever. And it's like, oh, you know. So I do feel like it could be, but I think it's cool.
I think it's cool. I think they're different, but I think it's cool because you know, you can support people online. Like you can really have a relationship as far as just mutual, you know, benefits following each other. Yeah. And sometimes nowadays though, you are seeing more people on the internet link up.
That is true though.
I actually have been seeing that more people on like the internet are linking up, so that's cool. So that's also changing the narrative of like from internet relationships to real world. And I love that for us.
Yeah. So what about online dating? What about that?
No, I'm just not there. I need it to be like a genuine, like physical.
I want to be my man in a grocery store.
Mental.
You know? I'm trying to be shopping for some groceries, and I see
like I need it to be organic, baby. Like you said, I need it to be God sent.
Some water and asking me if you want to get my fucking groceries and take them to the car.
That part.
I've actually have met a man.
Yeah, because
y'all, if y'all are single and y'all are looking for a man, high key, go to the healthy grocery stores. Go to like a Whole Foods. Go to like a Trader Joe's. They be in there. Oh, in the juice lands, I swear to God. There be so many fine men.
They be ready to change your life.
But and they be healthy. I mean, they probably not shit too. But I'm just saying, you know, maybe
give you some kale and some hell.
At least
some kale and hell.
At least in there, they worry about, you know, a man grocery shopping. How often do you see that?
No, you don't.
How often? So you know, that's one thing you ain't gotta worry about. But you ain't gotta go grocery shop for it. You gonna grocery shop for yourself because clock it. So that's really how I imagine me.
Yeah, I really feel like it should be organic.
Now I have had some really crazy stories of like meeting people online. Like I told myself that I would literally like, I'm done. I'm so sorry, y'all. If y'all be hitting me up in the DM, I'm done with it.
Done.
Every time I meet somebody on Instagram, it's horrible.
Yeah. No.
Like no, it's like really just like why or like not even Instagram. If I meet somebody online, but Instagram's like the most place. I really don't be using anything else like that.
Listen.
It's because you can't trust I have some really horror stories from it. So,
you cannot trust people.
And they just it just is horrible. Like you could have stayed where you was at. No. High key.
If there wasn't like a in-person meetup before, don't no.
Yeah, then
the online dating to me is just a no. It's just a no.
Yeah, what if they?
It's just a no because you just never know. You can't trust people.
You can't trust, especially nowadays. Maybe things is too crazy. Yeah.
I feel like loving yourself, and then the right person will come.
Honestly, let me tell you the truth. I really feel like when you stop focusing so much on what's out there, and this is a lesson for myself too. Like I feel like when I really, there was a point in time when I really just stopped focusing on it, it kind of just falls in your lap. Yeah. Like, and I think that's kind of where, you know, just being like, especially Galentine's, like when you really just kind of like, you know what, Lord, I'm giving it back to you.
It's just giving it back to you, and I'm just gonna follow your lead on it.
I'm just gonna follow your lead, and you have to.
And sometimes you have your different seasons. Sometimes your season is to just wait and be still. Sometimes your season is being alone. Sometimes your season is love, paradise, and cherries on top of that.
Yeah,
you go through different seasons, but I feel like it's to always benefit you.
I feel like it's always, and then sometimes, especially if you're like single right now, this is like preparation. It's preparation, and then it's just time. Sometimes, like you said, God just wanted you to love more on you.
Yes.
He wanted you to love more on yourself.
Yes.
He wants you to fix some traumas that you already had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like,
look in that mirror. He wants you to do the mirror, because when you get to a point where it's like you have no one to pour into you, you have to be able to pour into yourself. You literally have to be able to make yourself happy. Like you can't depend on
another person to make you happy and fill you up.
You have to literally in the room by yourself be able to entertain you, love you, make you happy, make you smile, X, Y, Z.
That's why I think we had talked about this before, like your season of isolation.
Yeah, season of isolation.
So, if you girls are ever in a season of that, and feel free, DM us.
DM us. We like to chat. Drop it in. DM.
We'll chat. We will chat, girl. We love community, and we are really true girls. So.
We are online and in person. Like, don't get it twisted. If you hit us up online, we definitely gonna.
Yeah.
It's all love. It's all love.
So if y'all ever, and then I also think like, like you said, when it comes to just loving yourself, like just be patient. Be patient.
That's a big one. And I think
the hardest thing is
that's a big one.
Patient.
I think that's a really big one because it's hard to be patient when you're
you really want something.
Yeah, and when you really want something.
Really, and I think that's more of what it is. It's like when you really want something, and it's like when you keep trying to force it and keep trying to force it and keep trying to force it, and it's like God keeps slapping you on the back of your head with his chancla. That's what they be saying, with his flip flop.
Literally. And you're just not getting the picture.
And you're just not getting it. And it's just like you end up putting yourself further back than, ahead, honestly. So
I agree.
That's definitely one of the things for sure. Yeah. Date yourself.
Date yourself. Literally, go to the movies, go out to eat, go shopping. A lot of women I feel like not a lot of women I feel like can easily do it.
Yeah.
When there's kind of like no support there. They're like, okay, I have to do this for myself. I can't go too long without my hair. I can't go too long with my dad. I feel like women do eventually get into the hang of like, okay, no, I need to take care of myself. But romanticize everything you do. Like when you get cute, baby, get cute. Yeah. When you're ready to go out to eat, go out to eat.
And the thing is, it's like when you're in the mood to do it, you don't have to wait on anybody else to do it. Even if you don't have a friend that'll go with you at the time, like you don't have to wait for anybody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely, one thing. Just stand 10 no sounds behind you.
High key.
High key, high key, high key.
This was a nice episode.
This was actually a great episode,
because this is what we need. We need community. We need friendships, and you always need love.
You always need love, and this is just perfect for Valentine's Day. Like, perfect for Valentine's. Y'all love on y'all friends.
Yes,
love on y'all friends. Love on your friends. On yourself. Check on your friends. Check on your friends. That's another big thing too. Before we end the episode, like, please check on your friends, you guys. Please check on each other, and even if it's just like a hey, you okay? Like how we just said, if y'all ever going through something, y'all need to reach out. Please feel free to reach out.
Please feel free to reach out.
Like, we all go through stuff, and we are all like, life is hard sometimes.
Life is hard. Life is hard. Everybody needs to understand life is hard for everybody. So if you have,
you're not the only one.
People that you are just literally like have on your mind, or you feel like, hey, I haven't heard from this person in literally a while. Let me check on them to make sure they know that someone loves them, that someone is thinking about them, because that's literally sometimes all people need.
They just need that. They just need that
and supported.
Yeah, and
so yes, please check on your friends.
It's really just check on your friends. Check on your family too,
and your family,
everybody,
and your family. Of course, your family.
It's just one of those things. Like we said, it's hard, and you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. Never feel like you're alone. I guarantee you, what you're going through, there's probably like 10 other people experiencing the same thing, but nobody communicates, nobody talks, nobody feel like anyone really listens. But just try to really create that community. I feel like that's a big thing. So
absolutely,
you guys.
Well, we're gonna sip our little to that, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.